We've got cases of violent extremism in Indonesia, of attacks on people's religious places of worship, for example, or raids on places that are deemed against certain moral standards, usually based on certain religion. Violent extremism has affected us in our countries in many ways. It creates destability, it creates panic and fear. The main drivers of radicalization is a feeling of despair, feeling that there's no hope for them anymore, then he or she are prone to be radicalized.
One of the key things that we're working on in Indonesia is the development of this innovative new model called peace villages.
UN Women is implementing the program Empowered Women Peaceful Communities to ensure that women are empowered to build resilient, cohesive, and peaceful communities to prevent radicalization and violent extremism.
A model as how communities that consisted of different backgrounds, of different religious backgrounds, ethnicities can coexist peacefully together.
And at the moment, there are 9 peace villages where village heads, community members, as well as interfaith leaders come together and declare themselves to be peace villages.
Saya mencoba untuk meminta kepala desa, Pak, mari kita mendeklarasikan diri sebagai desa damai.
The idea is that community members start to make peace within their families, and then they agree on guidelines for the community as a whole. There's a number of different specific guidelines that each community agrees to.
Tetapi antara lain berisi tentang bagaimana kita menghargai satu sama lain, bagaimana agar kita tidak melukai orang lain. Kemudian waktu itu saya minta kepada koordinator wilayah untuk menyampaikan kepada warga yang kita undang pada acara rembuk warga untuk disampaikan tentang tujuan pembentukan desa damai itu.
Saya sebagai kepala desa Ngeblegan menyambut senang kehadiran Wahid Foundation karena program-program Wahid Foundation pertama adalah tentang pemberdayaan perempuan.
Economic empowerment is a crucial key because you're making sure that people are not desperate anymore. But on the other hand, you also fill them up with hope and also with the right message and right vision of what the future should be.
Jadi perempuan-perempuan ini kita diajak untuk berdaya di bidang ekonomi dengan pembentukan UKM itu.
Di masyarakat sekarang pendapatnya tentang desa damai saat ini semakin kental. Jadi apa slogan yang waktu itu kita cetuskan bersama, slogan adem ayem ing atine itu sering kali kita gaungkan dalam setiap pertemuan-pertemuan.
We want to reclaim the space in our society that for a while was taken by the more radical group of Islam.
The role of women in countering and also preventing violent extremism and terrorism is extremely important. There's a lot of intelligence that women have when it comes to the prevention of violent extremism. They are usually in their families those that have most knowledge of what is actually going on.
Saya adalah Katolik, tetapi sudah mulai sering diundang untuk hadir ke kegiatan keagamaan dari umat Muslim, dan kami dengan senang hati hadir di dalamnya.
This idea we've developed with the Wahid Foundation has received support from Indonesia's Ministry of Villages and the national counterterrorism body, BNPT. BNPT has expressed its commitment to using the idea of peace villages as a strategy as it implements its national action plan.
And the National Action Plan itself, one of the main principles is on women's empowerment and gender equality. This is a good cooperation between the UN Women with the National Counterterrorism Agency and has supported us in drafting the National Action Plan.
The UN Women, in partnership with the Wahid Foundation, has developed a community-based early warning system, and we're piloting this system in the peace villages. And the overall objective of this work is to promote tolerance and sustainable peace.
Sepakatlah bahwa saya gagasan untuk membuat simbol perdamaian di Ngembelgan ini. Simbolnya perempuan Jawa yang membawa gendong, yang gendong itu mengalir air ya.
The research shows that women's empowerment at the community level has an impact not only on increasing the knowledge and the confidence of women, it also increases the knowledge and confidence of men and of community leaders. This programmatic approach of empowering women as an entry point to work with communities on preventing and countering violent extremism has shown to work.